Good morning, Miss. We are here to discuss our topic on unemployment issues and its effects. I have here Miss Razel Emilgo as my partner for today's discussion. So, how unemployment affects the daily life in Tondo, Manila? First is lack of regular and decent jobs can lead to high poverty. Unemployment can lead to poverty because he or she has no permanent or stable job where he can earn money from it and cannot support his or own and the family's basic needs. One of the most life-changing effects of unemployment is the loss of income, especially if they have a family to support and they are the only one who is working for their daily expenses. Being unemployed can also affect the finances of their family and often had an immediate impact on their standard of living that can lead to a lot of debt because for you to be able to provide for your family, you need to borrow money to someone for your daily needs. This is a problem to every family, especially if they are already struggling with unsecured debt. This can often leave a family feeling financially trapped. It's hard to live a normal, healthy life without a job and money. Also, unemployed parents can give stress to their children because with unemployed adults, children are more likely to drop out of school to enter the workforce because they need money for their living expenses. Some children are the one who will try to save their parents for being unemployed. Next is Miss Rizzo.
So in fact, number two, most of residents depends on scavenging and working at the nearby seaport where they earn very meager income. So the steadily growing metropolitan Metro Manila, specifically Tondo, is subject to identifying populations of slum dwellers. This city has had been faced in increased poverty due to lack of well-paid employment. Some communities in the Tondo, Manila, Philippines endure poor living conditions such as cramped living space, lack of proper housing and insecurity, nor inadequate access to basic service such as water, sanitation, and exposure to health risks. This made possible because of the issue unemployment. And also, garbage scavengers in this impoverished area of Tondo are not looking just for usable goods among the rubbish, but increasingly for food to feed their families as given. A lot of scavenging sell recycled food that they segregate from other waste. It is common practice around here, said by a Tondo resident thousand of families, like people on Tondo, as more and more turn to the traditional thing called pagpag, and some authorities are concerned about the health rates. But for those living hand to mouth, the traits can seem far distant. See how unemployment rate really has a bad effects on our living. In a place where there is too much need and cry for help, no, how can an organization dare to promise to make a big change overnight? Nobody can guarantee to provide these people a pain-free life, but perhaps through a little things help them knowing there is something good and better that can get them through the day and to the next day, and that is employment. Next is Ms. Aryan.
Here we will play a video showing how unemployment become the problem in this place. More than 600,000 people live in Manila's slum district of Tondo. Many residents living here in Tondo has no work and are unemployed. This is one of the main problem of the place because some of them are making money or depend their income by working at the nearby seaport where you can earn very small amount of money that is not enough to support their families' everyday needs. You can see in the video that many people there are just wandering outside and talking to their neighbors. Some are looking for something where they can earn money. You can also see how messy the place is and you can really tell that some of them has no job. Next is what will happen if this problem is not solved? Then this will result to a long-term unemployment where they are jobless for more than 12 months can lead to serious negative consequences for the individual, society, and its economic system. People who are unemployed for a long-term period find it more difficult to be employed as time goes by. Long-term unemployed persons often have limited employability due to their low level of educational attainment, loss of skills, and the substantial expenditures that are necessary to restore these skills. Unemployment can also have a significant impact on a person's physical health. Being unemployed is a highly stressful situation, so it may cause stress-related health issues such as headaches, high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, back pain, and insomnia. Many people rely on their jobs to provide health insurance, so when a person is unemployed, they are likely to not have access to health care. Moreover, this can also affect their mental health because unemployment increases a person's risk for depressive symptoms. Another mental challenge that unemployed individuals often face is anxiety. Unemployed persons also often experience a higher number of poor mental health days than their employed counterparts. Next is Ms. Rizal.
So as our team proposed, provide a job opportunity that is suited for them with appropriate earnings for each family. Many different factors are calculated when looking at the reason for an expansion of slums. Some of the main causes for people to become impoverished is the loss of job, political factors, and natural disasters. The increasing numbers of slum developments around the world has reached all-time high, and especially here in Tondo. As a proposal providing an opportunity to all is what we needed the most to break the cycle of poverty and unemployment. Government must work hand in hand to eliminate this issue and stop many children coming to school rather than their lives reaching the smoky mountain of Tondo. Why not give them opportunity for both children and parents to have a decent life to live in? As our goal, to help the residents to generate extra income for their daily expenses and to equip new skills. Our goal is extremely ideal and suitable for each resident in Tondo, and made by these goals of ours, which is to have accessible generated income for each family, is suited them well to get away on life of being impoverished. A project that aims to contribute in cushioning the impact of poverty to children by responding to their basic needs through programs and educational supports. In this single step, it will mitigate the risk of children getting engaged in child labor, prostitution, and other forms of exploitation that are mainly rooted from the poverty that caused by unemployment. So next slide, please. So what are the benefits? So in benefits, one can lower employment and poverty. By the availment of employment assistance and having enough job to everyone, Tondo will no longer gamble their life in the smoky mountains once they call their home. The overarching goal of this project is to reduce income poverty and quality to life poverty in urban areas. Its main objective is to improve the access of low-income urban families to land, cleaner and affordable shelter, and in support of this to provide or upgrade basic municipal infrastructure and services. Second is it can improve their living standard. Poverty entails more than the lack of income and poverty productive resources to ensure sustainable livelihoods. It is a manifestation include hunger and malnutrition, limited access to education and other basic services such as social discrimination and exclusion, as well as the lack of participation in decision making. And quality education is what is attainable, but often this opportunity is only available to those who live in a city's affluent areas. But why not make it free for them to stop this unhealthy cycle of poverty? Next benefits will be explained by Ms. Argan.
And next is can provide stability for yourself and your family. This will help them to provide enough for their expenses. They don't need to worry for their daily expenses because they already have a job where they can earn money and can support for their family and for their own. They don't have to constantly stress about money because they have enough to cover up for their bills, regular expenses, and more. Beyond that, they can already manage their finances, so they end up being able to afford a lifestyle they truly want to live. They can pay their debts slowly so that they don't have to think about this all the time. Also, being stable can make your life more comfortable. Lastly, it can improve your skills and learn new ones. When they start working, they have the opportunity to learn new things or skills, or even this can help them improve and master more their skills, especially if this keeps their interest levels high. Doing the same things over and over again at work can quickly lead to boredom and as it becomes boring. However, learning new skills helps to break that cycle, making day-to-day work life much more interesting. Learning helps you become more open to change. By developing a growth mindset and believing you can learn new things, you will be more adaptable to the changes happening in your profession and workplace, and you will be more willing to take on new ways of working. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.